Welcome to a daily, nightly, another new stream with Get Some Toto and Conquest of Azeroth. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Whether you're I already see you're in here, appreciate you, bud. So yeah, we're gonna be picking up where we left off last night. For anybody that's new tuning in this evening, we are doing Conquest of Azeroth hardcore trial runs on all the 21 unique classes for Conquest of Azeroth. And if you're unfamiliar with that game, let me fill you in a brief rundown on that. Project Ascension, you can find them on ascension.gg. They made Classless WoW and Wildcard WoW. Essentially, they just revamped retail World of Warcraft. They threw in 10,000 of their own things, made it super fun, super enjoyable. I've loved all their live servers. Everything is free to play except for the server that I'll be playing tonight. It is behind a paywall. But you can circumnavigate that paywall by two different ways. Of course, throwing money at the paywall, or you can go ahead and purchase access to the alpha server through the in-game auction house with in-game gold, or from another player, right? So definitely easier ways to get into it. If you don't have cash laying around, just boot up their Loon server, which is their wildcard server, or their classless server, and go to town. Just grind some gold out. I heard it's not too hard on those live servers. They're free to play. Or you can, of course, wait a few more months when Conquest of Azeroth does go live and free to play like all their other live servers. And then the Conquest of Azeroth server has everything they have in their wildcard and their classless servers, just tossed in 21 unique classes. No big deal. You know, unique lore. Well, sort of. It's based off of actual Warcraft lore. Unique skills, spells, talents, animations, gear, quest lines for the classes, resource bars, everything. Like, everything you can think of. Like, it's legitimately 21 brand new classes. They've added their own thing, and they've really made World of Warcraft stand out again. It's really reinvigorated the game for me. I remember back when I was 12 or 13 playing WoW for the first time. I was a Tauren Hunter. This is how I feel playing this game. Like, that's how I feel, like how I felt 2 decades ago playing World of Warcraft for the first time when I played this. So it's been super fun. We've played the Tinkerer, we've played the Venomancer, we've played the Reaper on stream so far. We'll be going at it with the Sun Cleric this time to see if we can hit 60 with the Sun Cleric. I'm kind of on the fence between 2 specs for it. The Sun Cleric has 4 different spec trees, similar to a druid or a paladin in retail World of Warcraft, right? They have their melee DPS, which I'm leaning towards because it's Titan's Grip, you know, from, I think it was Cataclysm when they added that Titan's Grip warrior talent that you can wield dual 2-hand weapons. And then they have like their sword and board with, you know, sun spells. They have their sun and their holy and fire damage spellcaster, and then they have a healer spec as well. So I'm on the fence between the tank spec and then the Titan's Grip spec, simply because the tank spec, I want to survive and get to 60. I think everybody watching wants to see that happen. And then the DPS spec, because I've always loved Titan's Grip. I always thought it was a neat concept, you know, to be able to dual wield 2-handed weapons. Like, that just looks sick. It's insane. I don't know how it necessarily ties in with the class lore for a Sun Cleric. Maybe they'll explain that. Definitely fit the bill for a Fury Warrior back at their Arms Warrior, whichever spec it was in retail WoW when that went live. But nonetheless, we'll find out once we get to level 10, if we get to level 10. Don't forget, guys, that giveaway will be triggered once we hit level 60, or if we hit our sub or follower goal, either one, then we'll actually do the giveaway when my character dies if we don't make it to 60. So, make sure you tell your family, your friends, your wives, your second wives, your mistresses, your co-workers, neighbors about the stream. Get them to follow, subscribe, cheer, everything, because all of those increase the jackpot pool. And the more subs and follows we get, the closer we are to actually triggering that giveaway earlier for everybody. So with that being said, let's go ahead, let's jump into it. We'll exit out of Conquest of Azeroth here. Last night, if you are tuning in, you saw that I made a Sun Cleric and kind of rolled right into it, casting spells at anything that walked. Unfortunately, that locked us out of the hardcore trial, so I went ahead and just booted us up a new character. His name's Clerical Error. And then you guys can see that we're going to activate this hardcore trial challenge. Let me actually go ahead and make this. Guys. Okay, so we got the hardcore trial. The R's that are applied, you get the hardcore debuff, right? There's leaderboards, of course. The restrictions: no auction house, no guild or realm bank, no boosting items, no any kind of queues or dungeon finders, no mail, challenge exclusive trading. I can only trade and group up with other hardcore characters doing the same trial. So they've kind of made it unique because they don't have like a separate hardcore server like you'd find in classic hardcore WoW, right? They have their own dedicated hardcore server that you make the characters on, right? So essentially you get this debuff. If you die, the debuff goes away. You can no longer reactivate the challenge because you've died, and the requirements to activate it are that you have to be level 1, no loot interactions, and have gained no experience. So they're strict about that. And then there's a million other, literally like a million other trials and challenges. We'll be diving deeper into those as this channel grows a bit more. One that I really want to play, but I need another person to do it with, I'm still looking for that, is adventure mode. Essentially, it turns the whole overworld into a giant dungeon. Every mob turns into elite. Every mob can drop level appropriate dungeon boss loot. There's decreased damage output, increased damage received, decreased healing received as well, so they kind of nerf you all around. They make everything in the overworld harder, but they do kind of tweak it in a bit that they increase experience gain from quests, kind of balance it out, as well as with the what's it called, the dungeon loot that drops. Some of the other restrictions on that: no queues, of course, everything's elite. No profession experience, didn't know that one. And then there's some question marks here. No boosting items, of course. PvE mode only, so you can't do high risk, high reward PvP. But yeah, so we're just going to stick with the standard hardcore here. The other ones have like certain stipulations, like beating certain NPCs or doing certain quests or dungeons before X level, or else you croak, like it's donezo for you. There's also ones that are like feeling fishy, you have to stay in water. There's some that are solely crafting. Narcolepsy, I don't know what that means. You have to be in a rested area, and if you're not, you get a fatigue bar. And but that hits 0, you're dead. What's this Planestalker one? Oh, you gotta kill certain things. There's one where there's like a food and water meter. Oh, I think it's called True Survival. Yeah, so you gotta cook and eat and drink throughout the adventure. But anyways, I'm getting off track here. Let's go ahead and activate this. Oh wait, what's this one? Champion of the People. You focus on solving your troubles. Let's do the restrictions. Same restrictions. Only quest experience. So you don't get experience from killing monsters. Yeah, one thing that I figured out, guys, from my deaths on the other characters, I think I need to grind more. Because what you see in like classic retail hardcore WoW, people will go around just killing monsters for a while. And I've been kind of just going quest to quest to quest. To kind of just keep the ball rolling and the momentum going, when I think I need to kind of sit back a bit and grind out, old-fashioned grind, and just kill monsters till I get a level or 2 above the quest area. Because when we got ganked on the Tinkerer last night, there was like 7 of them. They were between level 11 and 12. I was level 11 turned into 12 like mid-fight. So having that extra level definitely could have saved us, right? So let's go ahead and accept this hardcore challenge. If you are tuning in last night for the challenge, the initial spell we get is called Sunflare. We'll go over the class mechanics as they unlock in just a second. But let's go ahead and pick up our first 2 quests. The hunt begins. Go kill some birds and boars and beasts and lions and cabinets. What is it? What's that? What's that book or movie? All the beasts and birds and lions and in a chest or cabinet or a book closet. I forget, whatever book, or Narnia, Closet of Narnia or something to do with Narnia. Book of Narnia, Closet of Narnia, Kingdom of, I don't know what it was called. I'm going crazy. It wasn't my cup of tea. I didn't care too much about fantasy like books and movies aside from like Lord of the Rings. Even though I did, oddly enough, enjoy the World of Warcraft movie. I know it got tons of hate, but I did like it a lot. Okay, so what do we got so far? Let's see. Pets. Okay, we got our pets. Not going to bring him out quite yet. We don't have our talent trees to look at because we're not level 11. But again, we're probably going to be going the Titans Path one. Oh, I got to turn on the audio. I turned it down earlier for a recording that I was doing. Give me 1 second. Nope. Sound. Okay, there we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into this. So last night, the 5 minutes or so that we got into playing the Sun Cleric seemed pretty fun. Seemed good. One thing that I've noticed is consistent for all the unique classes are that all the class mechanics do feel significantly unique, right? Everything feels fun and interesting and different and complex. It's not like a simple reskin of mana, rage, or energy. I mean, the Tinker last night, it had different rounds. You had to summon turrets. You turned into a giant Mechatork. You had your own little guy to go like fight with you. But yeah, I mean, it's super unique, and what we gathered from the Venomancer was the same thing. It was like a druid, like rogue hybrid kind of deal. It was super fun. Unfortunately, we bit the dust on that character as well. I forget how I died on that one. Oh, I transformed out of my scorpion or spider form while I was low health and just got wrecked right as soon as I transformed out. Such a rookie mistake, but you live and you learn. The Tinker, we got ganked by 7 mobs because there was lots of mobs in the quest zone. I mean, it just is what it is. But yeah, so we're on to the Sun Cleric here. We did a poll last night, and that's where we landed. I've always been interested in the Sun Cleric. People watching, you might think like, oh, that sounds like the Sunwell Paladins or whatever. But I think they, like when they made Tauren's Paladins in one of the expansions, right? I forget what they were called. But anyways, yeah, I mean, they worked off of that lore. That kind of worked with the Tauren being able to do that. Okay, so we're going to hold off because we're in an ad and we just leveled up. Okay, welcome back from those ads. I think they're just about done. So I kind of paused the gameplay while those ads ran. Thanks for sticking through them. But so we killed this Plane Strider right as we leveled up. It unlocked our second skill and our class ability essentially, right? So the class ability is called Dawn. It's just called Dawn. Don't ask me why they named it like that, but it's called Dawn. You get solar power. You're essentially a giant walking solar panel. Save the trees, I guess. Save the coal. Save the dinosaurs. I don't know. Save whatever. Save the planet. There we go. Save the planet. We're Captain America here. We're Captain America essentially. So we're a walking solar panel with horns that will crush your skull with one angry misgrab of our Tauren cow hands. But anyways, we harness the solar power. Go Captain Planet mode. And then we turn into Dawn form. Dawn form essentially, and we're going to actually bring that down to, oh, we used it. So you get 5 ticks, right? You get 5 ticks. I'm sure that'll go up with certain spells or talents. We can probably get more, but you get 5 uses out of Dawn mode, and it lasts for a second. It lasts for a minute. But all of your abilities, or I imagine all of your abilities, maybe most of your abilities, they get a secondary effect on top of them. So our starting skill, which is Sun Flare, that already does 40-yard range, 26 holy damage, and generating 1 solar power. If we use it in Dawn form, we now do an additional 20% increased damage. So super nice, especially because of how long range this attack is. Really convenient. I mean, we just two-shotted that guy when we were 3 to 4 hitting him prior to going into Dawn form. But that's a nice little added layer of complexity to the class. Like I mentioned earlier, they didn't just reskin mana, rage, and energy to make their unique classes. They really thought these out. Just some insight on the server, right? It's made by Project Ascension, but it was originally made by, well, I don't know what he goes by, but I found him on Reddit 8 years ago. His name was Milk Jesus, or Jesus Milk, one of the two combinations. He originally posted, was like, hey guys, I've been working on this project. It's got 20 unique classes. As of now, it's got 21, right? And I think he had the Bard back 8 years ago as one of the classes on the roster. Oh, so here's one of the unique overworld loot things that I was telling you guys about every night. We just got a free 10-slot bag. That's a straight come up. Like, I'm not gonna even front. Having an extra 10 slots this early in the game is magical. It's wonderful. But yeah, they started this 8 years. Well, he started this 8 years ago as a solo project, I do believe. And then it turned into. Let's move this. I don't know where to put it. It turned into a part of Project Ascension. I don't know if they bought him out, they absorbed him, he opted to join, he reached out to them. I don't know the circumstances on it. And I believe that was like 2 or 3 years ago, maybe longer. I could be wrong on that. You know, I'm not a historian on this server. I'm trying to be. I'm learning. But yeah, it originally started 8 years ago as an alpha. It's still technically an alpha, even though they're doing open betas periodically now. They are planning to go full live, free to play in spring. That's their trademark, spring. That's their timeline. And they're pretty solid with their timelines. I mean, they hunker down, they put their money where their mouth is, and they continuously update with new seasons and content and all that. I mean, if you've played any of their other live servers that are also free to play, you're already aware of it. And all their free-to-play servers right now, you can play and go ahead and buy the alpha access on the auction house or from other players with in-game gold. And from what I've heard from other players, because the community is super active, it's not too hard to save up that much gold to buy the alpha access right now. And I hate calling it alpha because it's essentially like super polished beta mode right now. Like, everything works, everything's good. There's just small glitches or bugs here and there. Nothing game breaking. All the classes are pretty well balanced out already. Everything's super polished and super fun and interesting. You know, I talked to a guy that played it a year and a half ago, and he said everything was broken. So the amount of the distance they've come from a year and a half ago has to be immense. I've only been playing this for a few months now, and I can't even really say a few months like solidly. I originally tried it out a few months ago, then I put it down. No, I'm sorry. I originally looked for this Conquest Azeroth alpha server, found their live servers, didn't understand why I saw an ad for the 21 unique classes. I assumed I must have misread something or watched the wrong ad and didn't understand it. I thought it was in regards to, like, oh, you can make 21 different classes on the classless server. I thought that's what it was geared towards. And then I finally stumbled upon the ad showing 21 unique classes again. I was like, no, like, I knew it. I'm not crazy. Well, I'm kind of crazy. I'm super crazy. Let's be real. Just ask all my friends or exes. I'm absolutely insane, right? But not when it comes to that stuff. I was like, okay, so now it's going to be my life goal to figure out where the heck I can get access to this 21 unique class thing. I thought I figured it out. I had it all figured out, guys, right? All figured out. And I bought their alpha access, alpha server to their Classic Plus server. So they're also doing their own Classic Plus server, which is called Bronzebeard. I bought that for $35. Logged in, expecting 21 unique classes, and I'm like, what the actual F? Like, I'm so confused at this point. I'm like, whatever, I'll make a hunter. So I made a hunter, and I'm like waiting for the new changes. And don't get me wrong, like, if you like Classic Plus, definitely go check that out, because it's Classic Plus, triple A plus. They've added everything from the classless and wildcard servers and Conquest Azeroth, minus the classlessness and the 21 unique classes. They put it into the Classic Plus server. So it's all the benefits of the Project Ascension servers on a Classic Plus server. Super cool. But it's not my cup of tea, because if you guys have been watching me or following me, you know that I love the Conquest of Azeroth server because of the 21 new classes. And just to get back on track what I was getting at, so then I found the Bronzebeard server, and then I went back over to the Classless Wildcard server. 2 days later, I found out how to buy the alpha access for this server, and then it got me hooked. I was like, gosh, like I really like playing this, but I really wish I could play it in a more communal sense. And I realized, like, yeah, I've had a 9-year-old Twitch channel forever with 1,000 followers, so why don't I just jump back on that? And here we are. So we're about 2 weeks in. I've been, oh, here's some more overworld loot. It's a trinket! We found a trinket, guys! Level 3. Found a trinket. Like, I love this overworld loot system. So what does it do? It sucks. It's absolute garbage. I don't need it. Reduces threat generated by 20% for 20 seconds. Yeah, that'd be great if I was like an absurdly good healer and had an effing group, which I don't. So, I mean, that threat, and I don't even have a pet to take aggro off for me, so that's absolutely useless. But hey, it fills our trinket slot. We can't complain. But yeah, so that's how I got into streaming again and getting back into Conquest of Azeroth. So if you guys see, like, I only have a few viewers, but I have X amount of followers, it's because I did it 9 years ago. I streamed when Hearthstone was in beta or alpha, I forget. I don't think I could have been alpha. But I played Hearthstone since alpha, played the beta, played on launch, streamed on launch, streamed up to like a couple expansions in. We got a pretty solid following during it. We kind of, I don't want to say we blew up, because that's not the truth. I mean, we blew up for small streamer. Like, I mean, we got 1,000 followers in the matter of a couple months. I beat the 1,000 or 100 concurrent average viewer thing, right? But at that point, affiliate wasn't a thing, and I think partner was a thing, but it wasn't like the normal guidelines you see now on Twitch. So when I started streaming this up again, right, I actually had to hit affiliate, because I've never hit affiliate because it wasn't a thing back when I streamed. So I already had the followers. I just needed the 7 days streamed in 30 days and 3 average viewers, which I was able to get pretty relatively quickly. We actually did it within the 7-day window once I started streaming, so we unlocked it as soon as we technically could, because you had to stream for 7 days out of 30 minimum, and so on the 7th day we got it. And here we are. So I'm hoping you guys are having fun and enjoying the content. I'm going to continue to doing this. I've actually been brainstorming with my best friend. He's a pretty well-known Fortnite player. He was like top ranked in the country, whatever. Pretty big streamer, and he like made a passing glance of like Grand Theft Auto role playing, right? He loves that, and he's like, I wish you liked GTA, like we could stream that, we could do dual streams. I'm just like, bro, like out of all the other games, that would be one that I would stream. Guys, just a heads up, I will not be streaming it during these time slots, but you will see me live within the next week or two outside of my scheduled time slots, and we'll be doing Grand Theft Auto roleplay. Tune in for that, hit follow just to see that, because we have something absolutely hilarious planned. Him and I have been friends for almost 2 decades now, so we're not even worried if that's going to be funny or not. We know darn well that's going to be a good time. So yeah, make sure to hit follow. Check him out. In the meantime, he's JSEP_22, JSEP22. He's one of the mods on this channel. Actually, you might see him pop in and out. I don't think he's going to be in tonight. But yeah, I told him I'm still going to do Conquest of Azeroth stuff 9 to 10 p.m. Central every night minimum, because I do want to hit 60 on one of these hardcore trials. And then I also play this on the off times. I'll be posting on my YouTube channel class guides and class overviews. Hopefully they'll all be ready by the time it goes live in a couple months. Because as of right now, if you try Googling, any kind of class overview on any of the classes, you're not going to find much information. I mean, there's some videos out there, but there's not like dedicated. I know the one dev, his name is McDoubles. He's got class overviews on every single class, and they're anywhere from like 12 to 20 some minutes long, and they give you a great idea of what that class is going to perform like and what to expect, right, to help you pick it. but it doesn't go in depth on like what's the actual player experience, right? He's a dev. I'm sure he's played it through and through, but he doesn't go into like how does this character, like my personal opinion on how it feels leveling up. Like, is it slow from 10 to 20? Is it absolutely abysmal at a certain point? So those are the things that I'm going to be touching on. We're going to be sticking with just one spec to start for each of the classes, and then eventually dive into all the other ones. All right, let's go ahead and go into Dawn mode here. We're going Super Saiyan Tauren. Super Saiyan Tauren with the Kamehamehas. Let's do it. We got the Sun Flares, so we got to be careful because we have absolutely no heals as of right now. And we are about to be going into a semi-populated zone to kill these bristlebacks just for their belts. And I know darn well that we're already going to have to come back here because on my my offline time when I play this to make videos, I've been leveling up a Primalist, which I did get into trouble in here in this zone already. It's not on a hardcore trial, but Primalist, I can't wait to try that one out, guys. One of my favorite classes and specs to play in any kind of MMO is a healer. So through and through, I'm healer all day, right? Like, because I like to raid and dungeon and PvP, and I love being the healer. I feel like that's the most clutch spot to be in. Like, at the end of the day, if the healer doesn't perform, nobody's performing because you're donezo, you're dead. I mean, there's, of course, outliers in that, right? But for the most part, the healer is the most important part of the party. At least to make it run efficiently, smoothly, and quickly, and proficiently. So I love playing heals, but I also love being part of the damage output. Like, I mean, I don't want to be just the guy that's throwing like a heal over time, you know, because we have an overgeared tank or just super outperforming DPS. I want to throw hands while I'm healing. So the Primalist actually is a combat healing spec. So what that means is that you're in the fray, you're dual wielding, you're knocking heads, knocking skulls, and you're healing while doing that. So think of a Disc Priest back in, was it Cataclysm days or Warlords of Draenor days? I forget. Disc Priests were just about performing as well as like mediocre DPS while outperforming any other healing class. So that was my favorite to play, and then you have the Mistweaver Monk, which I didn't care too much for just because I'm not crazy about Monk, like, class lore. It just doesn't get me going. But the Primalist, like, Earthbender, all day, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I'm over here, like, toffing it up. I'm the last Earthbender, and I'm going to heal everybody and throw rocks at everybody at the same time. That's my main goal and objective. Okay, so we got... Nope, we're missing a belt still. Is somebody playing the meme music in the background? Oh, we need to get that Tauren cloak. Alright, we gotta go get that Tauren cloak, guys. Can we rip that cloak down without pulling everything? Alright, let's go Dawn mode. We're in Dawn mode. Super Saiyan mode. Alright, we got a 40-yard range, thankfully. So we can go ahead. So one downside to the Dawn mode is that I can't actually gain the solar power in Dawn mode. So it's not like you can spec it out to your unlimitedly, you know, you just spec out haste, go super fast, and you're just cranking out the solar power quicker than it's being used by the Dawn mode. That's not the case. I wonder if that will be a talent or something that we can learn. Oh, so fun little tidbit about the Sun Cleric. We can wait. I need to do a glitched sound clip when I can't speak. We can wear up to plate armor, so that's super cool. But we did just get another overworld, a piece of loot. It's a green cloak. Apparently is green just because it has 4 armor. I don't know why that is. I'm wondering if maybe it actually gives us stats secretly. 26, 23. It does. It gives us 1 stamina. It doesn't say it, but it does give it to us. What about our health? The item can't be equipped. Alright, 117, 143. Alright, it gives us like 12 health with that 1 stamina. And apparently that's probably the only thing it's given us. Oh, it looks like it gives us some armor maybe. Either way, so that is one of the few bugs in here. Some of the tooltips aren't up to date. I noticed that there is like crafted gear that you'll see in the recipe list in the profession box. it'll show like what you're going to craft with, let's just say for an example, +1 stab, +1 agility. But when you actually craft it, it adds like 2 other stats to it, or buffs up and adds more to it. So it is unique in that sense that there are actually more benefits to gear, even though it might not show it. But overall, I mean, the profession system and all that, it's a bunch of fun. I love how they added new recipes and everything. Give me 1 second. I'm just looking something up here. Oh my gosh, I hate auto run. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just fixing something on my stream overlay. Okay, here we go. We're back in it. Wait, did I fix it? Okay, I fixed it. Alright, sorry about that. Okay, no, we're not on an ad. Good. And guys, yeah, I apologize about ads that'll be coming up. I turned them down as low as possible to keep away pre-roll ads. I don't know if that's working. The pre-rolled ads being stopped at least. But one way you can avoid ads, throw your Prime sub our way if you're having fun, or if you find yourself watching us a few times a week. I'm here every night, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central minimum. I'll be leveling up these hardcore characters until we hit 60 or die. And you guys can always, of course, throw in your input, and you can be part of that decision-making process. But yeah, the giveaway will happen once we hit 60, or if we die. The on-death giveaway will be triggered if we hit our sub or follow goal. You'll see it down at the bottom there. We have a couple subs and we have a couple follows so far, but we need to hit 1,500 follows or 200 follows. I just put it to be simple. 200 follows or 50 subs, whichever comes first. It'll trigger the on-death giveaway. So no matter which character playthrough I'm in, whenever that happens, if I'm level 5 on a new character, then that's when the on-death giveaway starts. If not, whenever I hit 60, we'll be doing the giveaway, and every follow, sub, and cheer does increase the jackpot by a set amount of dollars, so keep that in mind. Alright, let's see what we're getting here. What do we want? I mean, we haven't used any melee attacks yet, right? Hold on, we got a new one. So we got Gavel of Atonement. So not only are we Captain America, solar panel wielding, 2-horned war Tauren of the Sunwell, but now we're also an appointed judge. So guys, I want you to picture that in your head. Not only are we this massive monstrosity of a Tauren that, you know, slings beams of light, radiates solar energy, and absorbs the sun, he's now going to throw gavels at you. He's going to throw gavels right at your noggin. So you better watch out. Alright, so somebody needs to clip that to put that on the Conquest of Azeroth forum so that they can know. But let's see what the Gavel of Atonement does. Strike an enemy for 85% weapon damage plus 16 and generates 1 solar power. If we're in our Super Saiyan mode, if we are Captain America, Dawn makes it cost no rage and deals 30% increased damage. Now, one frustrating part, I have X Pearl frames on, it doesn't have a rage meter. I'm going to have to turn that off now. The X Pearl frames add-on at least. But anyway, so now we now have a 40-yard range spell, and now we have a melee range. I'm going to bonk you on your effing noggin with a gavel that I stole from the courtroom due to my obsessive amount of, or a ridiculous amount of parking tickets. So, is that just a 2-hand or 1-hand? So I guess we're going to have to go 2-hand for this, so that answers this question. What 2 hands can we use? We can't use staves. Weird. Can't use daggers. Makes sense. We're Sun Clerics. We're Captain America. No blades, bud. But we can use axes, so that doesn't make sense. Okay, so let's go ahead. I guess if we want to keep the shield and the extra armor, we're going to have to go 1 hand. So we'll use Stone Tomahawk for now. Gosh, which route do I always go veer off course with my specs. Just I like to go with whatever seems the best at the moment. All right, so let's put on that new axe. Wait, can we dual wield now? Can we dual wield already? We can't dual wield. Okay. So, dual wield is specific only to the melee DPS spec when you get Titan's Grip. At what level we're going to get that Titan's Grip talent, I do not know. We'll find out together. We can hold hands on the road to it. Or we can, bump uglies on the road to it, whatever you guys prefer. But let's see here. Oh, one obnoxious thing that I hate about Torrens, it's literally probably the only thing that I hate about Torrens, is you can't get through doorways when you're on a mount. I know that's petty, I know that's pedantic, but it drives me absolutely bonkers. Speaking of which, we do have mounts already unlocked. Let's go ahead and put this one on. We've got a camel, because obviously camels roam around the plains of the Red Cloud Mesa. It's a sanctuary for camels, if you guys didn't know. Alright, where do we need to go, guys? We need quest helper. We need quest bot. We need map quest. We need something to point us in the right direction. All right. So look at all. Wait. Hold on. Where? What profession should we go on this one? I know we went engineering on the past two ones. I think I want to do skin working, or God, not skin working. What are we? Hannibal Lecter? Jeez Louise. Skinning and leather working. I guess that is technically skin working. That's weird. Nobody's here to watch Skin Flute get skin worked. But anyways, I'm thinking maybe we should do blacksmithing and mining. God, I've done mining on like 90% of my Conquest of Azeroth characters though. But I mean, that makes sense. We can wear plate, we can wear shields, we're gonna probably go two-hand dual wield. So that does make sense. All right, so cool little tidbit. Now that we have a 40-yard range... Oh, we're in ad mode. Are we in ad mode yet? I don't think we're in ad mode yet. I think there's an ad coming here. But yeah, now that we have the 40-yard range spell, right? Oh, there goes the ad. Just waiting till these ads end. Guys, so thanks for waiting through those ads. While I was letting that ad roll, I was looking through the seasonal pass stuff. So just like Fortnite, Call of Duty, whatever, everything nowadays, this also has a season pass, but they did it one better. Instead of, when you get to tiers, you unlock things, you unlock points or currency to pick what you actually want to buy. So you can pick and choose off the season pass. We're on season 9, by the way, but look at this little pet. His name's Bucket Shell. He's got a little axe, a little shield, a little bucket. He's cute as heck. I need him in my life. But yeah, thanks for bearing through that ad. So, I don't know where we left off before that ad. Oh, I was saying, one of the cool things of now getting that melee range gavel bonk, right? We're now Captain America, that's also a judge, that goes Super Saiyan. We can now accumulate rage and bonk people when they get too close to us after we kite them with that 40-yard spell. Okay, so intellect and mana per 5 seconds. Cool, I wish that gave us rage instead, and that's not stronger. Why? That doesn't add up. That doesn't make no sense. So catch this, guys. Look, it says 3 to 6 damage. Doesn't, I don't know what damage is. 3 to 6 damage with a 2.1 speed. My main hand tomahawk does 7 to 10 damage with a 2.1 speed, but does less DPS, 3.4 DPS, where the sword does 6.3 DPS. So we're gonna crunch some numbers here. Our damage 10 to 14. If we equip that 6 to 10, yeah, that's definitely weaker. But that gives us an extra bit of intellect, which is gonna. Wait, it doesn't give us intellect when we equip it. Why the heck not? Oh, it does. It just doesn't turn green in the character box. So one of those minor bugs I was telling you guys about. But cool. We're gonna. That doesn't increase our spell power. That's weird. What increases our spell power then? I guess nothing increases our spell power. Intellect increases melee crit hit by 0%. Intellect increases spell crit by 4.7. And increases mana. So we'll keep it on there, whatever. But yeah, I need something that does a little bit more bonk damage. And something that's gonna give a little bit more stats. I also haven't been able to generate rage yet. So we have no rage generating abilities. I guess we can generate rage by swinging this sword and taking hits. But that's... Oh, there we go. Okay, so we bonked him with the gavel. We got some new pants. Those pants good? They're not better, no. They're way worse. We're not going to use those pants. We're keeping our dress, or our Super Saiyan dress. We're going to get these sun flares off. And then we're gonna make sure we get his snout and his flank. Best parts of the boar. Let's go Super Saiyan Judge mode. Captain America Super Saiyan Judge is what the character essentially is. That's what it is. He's a Super Saiyan Captain America Eco Fighter Judge. Swings gavels, kicks butt, takes names, and he's all out of bubble gum. Because I don't think cows can chew gum. Yeah, we definitely need a rage generator, because that's not making that melee attack very doable. Also got to keep in mind that we have a very lousy shield right now that's not going to help save our butts on this hardcore trial. And yeah, so if you guys are just tuning in, we're playing Conquest of Azeroth private server by Project Ascension. Goes live in a couple months. We're on the closed alpha. And we are leveling the Sun Cleric. Up to level 60 is when we'll do the giveaway, unless we hit our follower or sub goal. And every follow, sub, and cheer does increase the jackpot that you guys are seeing on the screen. So don't forget to tell your family, friends, family members, wives, second wives, mistresses, co-workers, neighbors, people on the street. Just scream at them about it. Just be like, go check Get Some Toto out right now. I want more money in the jackpot. It's my money and I want it now. Let them know. What was that commercial? What was it? 1-800 My Money Now? Money? 1-800 Fast Cash? I forget. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank on it. Gosh, that's just dating me. That's showing my age. Alright, I wish we had mining so we could get this juicy, luscious copper vein out. I should never call a copper vein juicy and luscious ever again. Okay, I didn't know that we could come in this way. But we got a stolen red cloud mesa supply, so I think we need that. Can we? There's 4 of them down there, guys. We can go Super Saiyan and pull them up. I don't know if they're going to be able to chase us. This is going to be risky business, but let's do it anyway. Alright, oh my gosh, is he going to pull everything? Are they just going to pull everything on their way to me? This is not good. Oh, wait. Oh, they're running on this vine. Oh, they're glitched out. They're evading. This is not good. Okay, so we can't... And I can't just drop in there because I'll just pull them all and definitely die, and that'll be game over already. And we need to get to level 60 on this character. Oh, one of them made its way over to me. Alright, hey there, bud. Trying to feel the wrath of my Eco Fighter gavel? Alright, maybe we can pull them one by one and then drop down there and get that. I don't know if it's overworld loot or if it's a quest objective. Maybe we can jump on that vine somehow. I'm just not trying to risk this. Maybe we can kill him before he bugs out. Oh, are we getting him? We're getting him. We're getting him. Alright, now I think we can actually... Now I think we can safely jump down there, but let's drink our water. Oh, we didn't get any water because I've been not looting water like an idiot. Alright, there we go. We got this. We're going clutch now. Now hopefully I don't pull a massive mobs as soon as I'm done this fight. I can't get that. Alright, so let's see what this is. Is it quest? No, it's overworld loot. Restores 140 to 180 mana and health. What is it? It's a potion? I'll take that all day. Is it a refillable potion? Or is that like a one-use kind of potion? We'll find out when we need to use it. Tune in to the next episode of F Around and find out. We'll either die or we'll live due to that potion. Alright, we gotta be careful because we are playing a hardcore trial here, guys. So death means end of game. Game over forever. Essentially, I have to walk off of a bridge in the real world of Warcraft. Alright, we also gotta keep track of our mana here. Because if we go we're gonna be ool. For we're ool. And if you're out of mana, you're out of life. That's what ool means. Did we get a better sword? We got a two-hander sword. I mean, technically speaking, we should wear that because we have a shield that gives us 5 armor. That sucks. That's garbage. Yeah, let's rock the two-hand sword for now. And let's kill... Oh my gosh. I swear to God there's another quest that makes us come back here. So I don't know why I didn't go pick up that quest. Alright, we definitely want those linen cloths for obvious reasons. Oh, what is this? What is this? It's a pendant of the sun? Guys, I'm a sun cleric! That means I can use that pendant! Gosh darn it, it's a quest item. I'm so dumb. Somebody remind me why I even talk. Why I even think. I shouldn't think. I should just do. I should just do things, like play. Oh gosh, we got a shaman. Incoming. Shaman incoming. We gotta go Super Saiyan mode. Super Saiyan Judge mode. Activate. Captain Planet. He's our hero. It's gonna take pollution down to 0. I don't remember if that's the actual song. Can somebody let me know if that is in fact accurate, historically accurate? Or is it one of those Mandela effects where that just never existed and I look crazy on live stream? I mean, I'm doing that anyway, regardless. But you guys tell me. Do you guys remember the Captain America theme song? Do you even know who Captain America is? I might be just talking to people that have no idea who that is. I mean, I grew up on Captain America. Every morning before school, it came on at like 4:30 a.m. is when I woke up for school as a kid. I know, weird, but I had a single mom who worked 2 hours away from where we lived, so she would wake me up super early to make sure I could get myself ready for school. But yeah, I'd wake up to Captain America. And like in hindsight, I wish I didn't take that for granted. That was like the most therapeutic time ever. Like that 30-minute window when it's still dark outside and I've got no worries because I don't have school for another 3 hours. And there's just like this grainy 80s TV cartoon on. And I thought it was the worst thing ever, right? But like now, I would give anything to go back to those 30 minutes. Just, you know, be able to wake up middle of the night watching Captain America with oh, what is this? Go away. With no worries in my life. Adulting sucks. You take me back to Captain America. I need to be with my eco warriors. And the little monkey guy. I feel like they were racist with that. They gave the Indian kid a pet monkey. I think he was Indian. Maybe he was Turkish. I don't know. It's been so long. Now I sound racist, don't I? Gosh, don't cancel me. Don't cancel me, Twitch. Alright, where do we gotta go for this nonsense? Because we gotta come back here for another quest. I already know it. There's another quest where I'm gonna have to come back here for like tusks and boar booty and their mistresses. I already know it. It's It's unforgivable at this point. Alright, let's keep an eye out for overworld loot. That's always all over the overworld, or else it wouldn't be called overworld loot. We're gonna send this battle board back to the battle board graveyard. Let's smack him with our sword. Let's start smacking people. I need a new ability. Give me a new skill. Oh, I forgot, guys. I've been so angry about not being able to generate rage. If I'm in Super Saiyan Captain America Judge mode, I don't need rage because the Gavel of Atonement just feeds off of their sins. It doesn't actually use my rage. It feeds off of the enemy's sins. It says right there, costs no rage and deals 30% more damage. So let's do it. Let's go Super Saiyan mode. Wait. Yeah, we're going Super Saiyan mode. Now we can bonk him on the head as much as we want. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So many bonks. Just insta-kills. Oh my gosh, that's a huge win. You know, if I could learn how to read sooner than at the ripe age of I'm too old, then maybe I would have known that that was doable earlier. Oh, Feather of a Mother Harpy? It's a trinket that does absolutely nothing. Look at that. Guys, look at that. We just got a brand new trinket. And catch this. It does nothing. That is so overpowered. Let's actually see if it does nothing. Let's unequip it real quick. Oh gosh, we got somebody on our tail. We got a Quillbore on our 6. Roger, roger. Send him up to heaven with the Gavel Atonement. Alright. So let's see. So none of our stats increased. But if we equip it, does anything else increase? No, nothing happens. That's just a useless trinket. That's okay. There's things in here that just have placeholders. We're level 5, bud. You can see it right up in the top left. I let everybody know last night that you can see it always on the character screen. It's at the top left. But yeah, so I didn't realize that now I can turn into Super Saiyan mode. Look at this guy's outfit. Meatloaf. Let's hug this guy. I'm gonna find McDoubles eventually. One of these days I will find McDoubles in-game and we'll figure it out. Where is this dirt-stained map? I can hear it. But I can't see it. Oh, I forgot. We have a mount. We can use a mount. We can run faster. Alright, that guy stole that from me. That's extremely rude, but we're gonna go find this dirt-stained map with or without him. I think they're trying to invite me to a party, but one of the restrictions on the hardcore trial is that you can't group up with anybody that's not on the same trial as you or like a similar trial. It's their way of kind of without having to make their own like server branch, because this is without doing their own server branch, they can keep everything like isolated still. Alright, so let's go ahead and kill this. Oh, this guy just rushed in there and just took the boss. That's not nice. Check out the King of Pets flavor. Let's go look for the dirt-stained map. Well, oh, that guy just died. Oh my gosh, we gotta be careful. That guy just died in front of us. I feel so bad. I could have helped him, but I didn't see that he was dying. Well. If anybody's wondering why the goal is set to 1500, it's because we're at 1263 or something. So, not that far off to make it a goal. And it is called a goal for a reason, because it is a goal. I don't know if you can do that math there with Euros. What is 1500 minus 1263? It does not equal 334. I'll tell you what. But good guess. We'll keep working on those math skills while I keep working on my speech skills. Because we all know I can't speak worth a damn. I stutter and stutter and stutter. Just watch my VODs. Alright, I'm gonna get this third stained map. Whether it's the end of me or not. We're getting this third stained map. We're gonna kill that guy. And we're gonna turn him in. Alright, let's see how many we pull here. We pulled a bit. We'll bonk him on the head, bonk him on the head, bonk him on the head. He's parrying everything, he's parrying everything. This is not good. Alright, there we go. Alright, I'll take that all day. That was a solid dub. Ooh, that is a good sword. But it's one hand. I don't think we necessarily need it right. Oh, it was a sword in the quest. Okay, so it was an overworld piece of loot there. That's cool. So we did just get a new sword. Intellect and math. Wait, that's not it. It was attack power and attack power against beasts. I think we'll keep the int two-handed sword simply because that's going to help us with our spells right here, the Sun Flare. I don't know if Gavel of Atonement's going to scale with, if that's going to scale with attack power or spell power. I feel like it should it should scale with attack power 100%. But, you know, what should and what actually happens are never usually the same thing. Alright, did we get everything? Perfect. Let's skedaddles. Alright, so what was that whatchamacallit quest with the map? I think that map was just, we gotta return it. Oh gosh, we shouldn't have done that. We should not have just ran through here. We should have just hearthstoned out like a normal human being. I don't even know if we're going the right way. This is horrible. Oh gosh. Alright, let's just stand and fight them. We'll just fight. We can do it. We can do it. We can bonk them with the big old sword. There we go. Anything good? Nothing. Alright, let's just Hearthstone back, because I don't know how to get out of this maze. This is ridiculous. I'm lost. It's not fun when you're lost, especially when you're a Tauren and you just flat foot everywhere. Alright, let's hand these in. Let's hit another level. Go over any new spells we get. Alright, that's 33 armor, but no stamina. Alright, we're just going to pick the most expensive one and call it a day. The Battle Boars. We get a new vest. Cool. We got a new vest here. We got a new belt. We don't need those pants. Don't need those pants. Hang on to that sword just in case. I'm still really curious what the heck this trinket does. Just an empty trinket. Feather of the Mother Harpy does nothing that I can see at least. So let's scroll to the top, see if we see any changes in numbers. Ah, wait, hold on. It does give us 1 stamina. Gives us 1 stamina. We can see that. Does it give us anything else? Nothing there. What about our defenses and resistances? Nothing there. So I think it only gives us stamina. But let's see if it's like no, it doesn't have a cooldown on it. So nothing there. That's alright. Alright, let's hand in this last quest. We should be able to level up before we call it a night. Oh, are you kidding me? We're one... How much XP is that? We are 29 XP away from leveling up. There we go. Alright, we got something. We got something good. So one thing is they did bring back like ranking things up. So to rank things up, you now have to talk to your trainer, or if you have the book like I do, you can just talk to the book, and it instantly levels you up. But what did we get? We got Horusath? I don't even know how to pronounce this. Horusath? I'll pull it up on a way you guys can look at it. Alright, where? Oh, here it is. Horusath Blast. You guys still can't see it. Gosh darn it. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's got a 40 yard range, so that's primo. 45-second cooldown, man, not so primo, but it inflicts 48 holy damage to an enemy and generates 2 solar power. If we're in our Super Saiyan Captain America Judge form, it actually always critically strikes. That's prime. That's definitely a good always be casting spell. Oh, I just made a new ABC acronym, always be casting, instead of always be closing if you're in sales. You know what I'm talking about. Always be casting, especially when we're in Captain America Super Saiyan Super Saiyan Captain America Judge form. When we're in that, and that's called the Dawn form. So when we're literally Super Saiyaned up. Look at this Super Saiyan mode. We're just clutch. We're Super Saiyan Tauren. When we're in that form, our Horusath Blast always critically strikes, so it's going to do like 100 holy damage and generate 2 solar power for us. That's prime, but we got to keep in mind that if we use it to build our Dawn mode, that has 45-second cooldown, we got to wait to use it in our Dawn mode because it will not generate that solar power if we use it in Dawn mode. Alright, let's go ahead and pick this last quest up, and then we'll head on over to the Innkeeper, and we'll set our Hearthstone and call it a night. Alright, take the totem to Bane Bloodhoof. So if anybody is just tuning in for the evening, we're about to hop off, but we are going to be tuning in. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central. We'll be leveling up the Sun Cleric, the one and only Clerical Error. Well, I think we're going into an ad here. I'll catch you guys in a second. Great time for an ad, actually, because we're just going to be running to the next stone. Or did we just come back from an ad? Okay, I think we just came back from an ad. So, if you guys just missed everything I was saying about the Horusath Blast, it always crits when we're in our Super Saiyan mode, and it generates 2 solar power. Super good spell. We're definitely going to be maining that in our whatchamacallit, in our rotation. We're going to be headed over to the Hearthstone or the Innkeeper here in just a second, and we'll be calling it a night. Oh, there goes the ad. Now it's triggering. It's way to be laggy, ad. Or it says that it triggered. Well, anyways, while that ad plays, we'll just go ahead and ride this camel all the way to the next zone. Oh! Oh, Horusath Blast has a cast timer? Gosh darn it. Thought that was an instant spell. That's a buzzkill. Alright, thanks for sticking through that ad break. Nothing changed. All we did was have to fight through a wolf that aggroed us while we were running. But we're back on track to go ahead and get back to this inn, where we'll set our Hearthstone, pick up some quests, and call it a night. Just a quick recap. Guys, tune in tomorrow and every night this week, 9 to 10 p.m. We'll be playing the Sun Cleric. The giveaway will be live when we hit level 60. We'll do the giveaway, and if we hit our follower or sub goal, we'll also do a giveaway if my character doesn't make it to 60 and prematurely ends that trial challenge. So make sure you tell your family, friends, co-workers, wives, mistresses, neighbors, everybody you run into. Make sure you let them know to follow, subscribe, and cheer, because that's going to increase that giveaway amount. You can see the jackpot right at the bottom. But I'll be here every night, 9 to 10 p.m. All you got to do to be eligible for that giveaway is make sure you follow and be tuning in when the giveaway happens. If you do subscribe, you'll be eligible for the giveaway even if you're busy doing something else. So don't fret that. And every sub, follow, and cheer increases the jackpot by a certain amount of money. We'll be continuing the Sun Cleric tomorrow night. Just a quick recap, we got to level 6, we did some work, we got some quests done, we unlocked Super Saiyan mode. It was a fantastic, productive night. I'll see you all tomorrow evening. Peace!